Good morning. Welcome to my channel again. And today we're going to talk about how to become an MVP and what do you do actually as an MVP. Now, I have a guest. Maybe you know him, maybe not. Amy, a short introduction from your side, please.
Yeah, hello. How are you today, Rene? I'm fine. My name is Ami Diamond. I'm located in Israel, and I'm a SharePoint consultant, and I'm a second year MVP in SharePoint in Teams. I know a lot about other applications, and I'm happy to be with you to share the journey I had, and I would like to hear also your journey of what it is to be a MVP.
Yeah, great. Maybe you can tell us how your journey started as an MVP. How did you become an MVP? What did you do?
Well, actually, my journey wasn't as easy and as expected. But I never knew what was an MVP. I never thought I wanted to be. All I wanted to do is actually to document my problems and solutions and sharing the knowledge actually with myself. So what I did, I started recording some videos. I didn't even upload it to anywhere, just to have it. I wrote down questions and answers, only that I can refer back. And what happened was that actually I said, let's upload it. Let's open a new YouTube channel and see, I have it there, and if somebody by mistake watches it, then maybe he can benefit from it. But what happened was that slowly I made more, and I got more reactions, and people asked all kinds of asked for more things, um, and of course, in parallel, I was involved posting a lot of knowledge sharing in social media like LinkedIn, Facebook, and other platforms.
Yeah.
And I joined. I tried to network with people, and I got lots of uh, good feedback. So I just uh, said, I'm happy. And what happened was actually that because I did so much activity, posting and sharing and networking, um, I was approached by another MVP. Actually, I live in Israel, and I was approached from somebody from Canada that said, I'm very impressed in what you're doing, and I would like to nominate you to MVP.
Oh,
So I
that's
said,
great.
so I said, what is MVP? I know MVP from basketball. Yeah. So I said, I'm not as tall as needed. Most valuable player. Um, so he said, well, can you show me your activity, your contributions? And I said, well, yeah, go into my YouTube channel, which is actually called SharePoint Wizard, and let me know if it sounds enough. So he said, yes, yes, definitely. You're doing lots of good noise. And he nominated me. He asked me to write all kinds of things. And what happened was actually I waited. And after a year, I didn't even get any feedback. And after checking, I was rejected. Okay. So as I said, it wasn't a very easy step. I guess they said, you're not good enough this year, but we said, you know what, I would do the contributions no matter if I'm MVP or not. I'm doing it just because I enjoy doing it, and if one person can benefit from it, then it's very useful. But he said, let's renominate you. And after a couple of months, I was accepted, and I was very happy. And once you get it, it's actually not, you need to prove yourself. Yes, you need to justify what happened. How was your journey of being an MVP? Did you what can you tell me about
Yeah,
your story?
a little bit similar. I always love to share knowledge, and I did a lot of blogging and vlogging and stimulating others. I gave some sessions at Microsoft headquarters at Schiphol. So I was visible, and I was always thinking about myself. Hey, it's nice to help other people. And I never heard of the MVP program, but a colleague of mine, he was an MVP in Teams and M365. So I did know a little bit about the program, but it was never a target on it at
Yeah,
itself for me. And somebody from Microsoft and another guy, we talked about him this morning, asked me, "Hey, is it enough? Maybe an interesting option for you, Rene?"
yeah,
Oh, maybe you're doing the right things, so think about it. And if you like it, maybe we can nominate you. So I told them, oh, it's interesting, and I believe becoming MVP, you get a more exposure, and you can be more visible for others, and also, yeah, you get some possibilities to test software
yeah,
or other stuff from
yeah,
Microsoft, and you can share that knowledge also with your community again. So yeah,
yeah,
it was an interesting ride for me because a little bit similar to you, they nominated me, and I thought, oh, great. But then I waited for like 8 months,
yes,
and I was nominated for the security MVP part, but also for the M365. And I
yeah,
got rejected for the security part, but for the co-pilot M365
yeah.
part, I became an MVP. So yeah, it was a bumpy ride.
Yeah, yeah. I think for the viewers, we need to explain maybe the process is Microsoft is actually looking for people that are very professional, very trying to help also in the community and also in the technical side.
Yep.
And I think each year it's becoming harder, or they change maybe the criteria. And first of all, and it's a process that they check. I think first of all you need to be nominated, and then I think there's an internal thing that they evaluate you, and then it goes maybe to the product team that evaluate you. So there's lots of steps in the way. Maybe that's the reason that it takes so long. And I think you can be nominated either by another MVP or by a Microsoft full-time employee, which is possible. And I think there's some restrictions that if you work for a governmental company, or then you're disqualified. You cannot do that. I don't know why that's the case. I think it's there's many good people there that can do it, and only because of the where they're working, it's that. And I think Microsoft wants people uh, that are or choosing people that it's not part of their daily job, meaning any contribution you do part of work should not be considered. It's something in addition. So
Yep.
uh, I mean, I know people that, yeah, all of us, of course, work in it, but I think it needs to be things not, yeah, if you have a conference at your work, which is something to do with that, it should be something in addition, which is not to do with work, I think. Do you
But
think,
true.
is that correct, or?
Yeah, that's correct. But I also think do things you like, and that
Yeah,
give you a lot of energy, and that is the basis where it all starts. If you do something and you don't like it and you don't get energy from it, you never will involve, and you will never go to the next level, and you never get that interaction from the
yeah,
community.
like the passion that you have to do it, and um Definitely, the MVP gives some benefits. First of all, you belong to a community of other MVPs where you can share the knowledge between them. There's some summits that also you can meet other MVPs. There's all kind of things where you are under NDA that you're not allowed that the product team show you all kinds of things and you're not you can test them, but you're not allowed to share it with other people. And there's all kind of small things that you can get out of it, and some people also it helps them to find better jobs and other things because
Yeah.
yeah, you were awarded, you worked hard, and you should if it can help, then why not? And but I think yeah, I think a person needs to like what he's doing because it demands extra effort besides work to do it. And sometimes I know people that have after a couple of years said it's too much for me. It's too much tension or it's too much. It demands for me a lot.
Yeah.
And but you need somehow to find the balance because when I joined, I got so many mails, so many groups, and so many things. It's overwhelming. And then you just need to focus and find things that balance. By the way, in addition to my YouTube channel and my post, I also created something like 10 WhatsApp groups where it was also a place where people could raise questions, answer, and I was very active in also answering questions of people. So it's a platform very fast. Somebody can ask and then somebody can get an answer without. That was before ChatGPT came out, and you can.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, in one of the groups, people were asking questions, and somebody was going to check, and he would post the answer from ChatGPT in a WhatsApp, and sometimes it was bullshit because it was totally wrong. So I said in the WhatsApp groups that I don't allow answers that are answered by ChatGPT. Please answer only from your experience.
And always fact checked.
Yes, because it looks very nice, but actually it's not that. So,
Yeah.
what have you benefit? How do you feel about the MVP program? Do you feel it gives you additional possibilities?
Yeah, it gives me added value, and I always had a little bit the idea. It's a very closed community, but nothing like that. It's such an open community, and everybody interacts and works together on some blogs, on some vlogs, and shares their knowledge or helps organizing an event. So I started my community last year, the GRC community, and yeah, some people ask me, "Hey, can I help you? It's a small community, and we
Yeah,
also like it to grow and organize things over there. So it's a very big community, and everybody wants to help each other. And also from the software perspective, yeah, I got some possibilities from Microsoft. Yeah, I have had my own tenant. You can use
yeah,
certain software, and also you get some more insights in stuff that is happening on the Microsoft side under NDA, of course.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of benefits. But did I change myself the last year when I become an MVP? No, I'm still doing
Yes.
the same stuff, sharing knowledge. I interact
Yeah.
with others. I help others, and that is the basis for me. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think, I thought after I'm MVP, I'll be, a different person. I will already be working in the best company in the world. But yeah, things are not as that. It's just a pat in the back and says you did something. you got it, but it continues. I just want to say there's many ways that you can be active. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could be a speaker in events. You can organize the event. You can mentor people. Yeah, you can teach. You can train. You can have a YouTube channel. You can have a podcast. You can have a blog. So there's so many ways to do it, and there's no one way which is only one way which you will succeed, and that's what's nice because
yeah. I always had the idea when you're talking about an MVP, he's that technical guru, but nothing
yeah,
like that. Like you stated, there are a lot of sorts of MVPs, and some people like to blog, to vlog, or be on stage and share their knowledge over there. But also, mentorship or coaching can be an option.
yeah. I mean, I think MVP needs to know, needs to be experienced and know enough in his field. But there's, MVP doesn't mean that you know everything about everything. So if somebody asks you, you can say, maybe I don't know, maybe I need to check. And it's totally right. And, each one is in his field. Sometimes people have in multiple fields. Um, but yeah, I think once it was very focused in technicality. Now it's all technicality plus contribution
Yeah,
and knowledge sharing. And there's lots of people which are not MVPs, which are very good.
yeah,
But maybe they keep the information with themselves because sometimes people say, if I know it, I have more power. I believe the opposite way. When you share the knowledge, knowledge is power when you share it with people because it can expand productivity and people can learn from it, and it's totally different. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'm always telling the customers I work at always the same message. Together we know a lot, and if I'm alone, I don't know everything. And some
yeah,
expectations with the label MVP. It's like my parents. They know I'm working in IT, and I've got that stamp on my head. You work in IT, so you know everything about
yeah.
computers, on the workplace, on that, on that, on that. No.
About printers, they call
Yeah.
you to fix the printer.
Yeah, so also I have some focus in my work as an MVP. Yeah, I do more with governance and compliance and security and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And you have more some vision, and you do more work in SharePoint and Teams and stuff like that. And
yeah.
together, we can make a good combination, a good sauce over it.
Yes, yes. We should open a company together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I want to tell people it's you always need to believe in yourself. When I started the content, I said I don't care how the video will look, the quality. What's important and is the quality of what I'm saying, the content.
Yeah.
So, and I also said, um, I will not make a very long video that people will, because if it's too long, people will don't won't have the patience. Yeah, if it's 2 hour training. I focused in very like 5 minutes or 10 minutes where I go directly to the point. No, talking around the bush. This is the topic. This is what it is, and then summarize what I did. And it seems like it worked because and don't expect at the beginning that it will be perfect. One of my first videos were very bad, and each time I got better, my confidence got better, my quality of audio was better, and that's the way, not to be afraid to try, even if you fail, to get up. Because also when I was not nominated, I was a bit down, and I believed in myself, and we tried again, and then it happened. So you should that's always think positive, and hopefully good things will come in this
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah, but no path is the same, and every path is different for every person. So yeah, like you stated, just do what you like and get energy from that. And if it's suited for you, maybe you can become an MVP. If not, there's a whole world open for you guys.
Yes, it doesn't MVP just is something that Microsoft um, recognize, and but they recognize obviously special people that giving an impact. And because what happens is, Microsoft is good in the theory. Yeah, they give a tool, but in real life, we people that are out of Microsoft actually know that can find the real use cases for the solution. Or sometimes they give a tool, but they give three tools um, for let's say task management, and somebody can MVPs can bury or find the gap and explain to the end customer what is better for each solution. Or and it's I think we have a good role of showing reality and how it is in the business world, and not only in theory where you develop a product. But and sometimes Microsoft also hears to our feedback and says, well, this is a bug, or this is an improvement that we should do.
Yeah.
And we can also collect it also from the customers and say, well, this is not working well, or this should maybe help even better if it was that way. Do you find that people tell you, or um, that they want things to be improved, or things that are not working? And is that something you have sometimes, that people say, well, I wish I had this working this way, or this is something I would do better?
Yeah, if I'm working at multiple customers, and if I'm hearing the same problem, the same story, or the same feedback, I'm trying to give that feedback back to Microsoft. And I believe there has been some kind of culture change within Microsoft. Like 20 years ago, there was a very technical approach. And hey guys, this is the tool, this is how it works, and yeah, feedback. Yeah, it's nice, but eat it. And now the
We decide, yeah.
yeah, now it's
We
a different
decide.
culture change, and we can give feedback. And Microsoft, yeah, also uses the feedback to yeah, make some adjustments on the technical side if it can benefit.
Yeah, I think actually the COVID has made things so many. Well, the adoption of Teams, for instance, and other tools in the COVID was a major thing, and Microsoft rolled out so many additional features in Teams, just because it was also a need from the customers, because that was the only way to communicate. And I think they also had competition with Zoom, so they wanted to provide.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, 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 schools. I think still. I think, yeah, a Zoom is maybe better for only for video, but Teams gives you a whole variety or interaction of other things, of document management, chat, and other things that
Yeah,
Zoom only was focused only for video conference. So
it's all about the integration, huh?
yeah, yeah. Although, but in COVID, you didn't have any integration. You just uh, you said this is the only possibility to have, but I think Microsoft is showing lots of improvements, and sometimes it's really hard to follow up. How do you actually collect all of the updates and things? Is it through social media, or do you read blogs, or how do you collect new features from Microsoft?
Till last year, I did follow everything about M365 related,
Yeah,
but it was way too much. So I thought to myself, hey Rene, what do you like? What do you get energy from? But also, hey, what is interesting for the customer side?
yeah,
So I made a change on my side, more focused on the productivity layer, on the security compliance layer,
yeah,
and also I like to talk about governance. How do you start? How do you configure your
yeah,
tenant and a lot more. And on that part, I'm doing a lot of reading. I follow vlogs, blogs. I'm in a lot of private communities from Microsoft, so I can
yeah,
give the product teams direct feedback. Hey, I'm testing this piece of software, but yeah,
yeah,
there are some bugs in it, and they address that and also make the software better. So yeah, I do a lot, and also trying to put that information, use that information in my blogs, in my vlogs, in my conversation with customers to so they gain a value from my side.
yeah. I find several ways that I collect the information. First of all, you can sign up to like a preview, yeah, like targeted release.
Yeah,
So if your account is listed as a targeted release or something like that, then you receive the features earlier before the general availability, the GA. So that's while you're working, you will see new things that are showing, and there you can actually trial and error, find about it and give feedback. So that's one way to that I see the features that new features that are coming. The second way is there's also the Microsoft roadmap
yeah,
where you can filter maybe by a product or um, as you want, and then you can see what's coming. Yeah.
yeah. But the
Um,
roadmap is changing a lot. Oh, we can't
yeah.
release this. Oh,
Yeah.
it's from the roadmap.
Yes, yes. So there's two sources that I like. One is the roadmap, and the other is the message center in the admin center in 365. And sometimes they're not um, uh, synchronized, but
Yeah.
the message center usually shows exactly what's already on your tenant, and there you can also see what's planned, what phase of it, and in addition, there's all kinds of like monthly blogs. Like Mark Crashman has, I think, one for SharePoint. It's called the Intrazone SharePoint Pitbull or something like that. So each product once a month shows what's the new stuff which is coming. Um, I actually also get by mail. I don't know, maybe that's from the message center that I see once a month what's showing up. So there's lots, and of course there's blogs and YouTubes, and there's so many things. And yeah, it's not easy, but if you enjoy doing it, then actually I really enjoy once I find something before other people to test it and either say how can you use it best, or to say maybe it's very limited and to give feedback to Microsoft, or maybe to yeah. So it's a combination of all of the things, and if you will never succeed in be updated for everything or for some things, but there's lots of resources that you can get the information.
Yeah,
So
you have to make some choices on your focus side.
Yeah. So I think
Maybe,
we're near to the end. Maybe
yeah.
let's have a last question. Do you have any last question or?
Now, maybe as an ending of this interview, maybe you do you have a tip for the people who are watching this interview? Maybe you can share your thoughts on something.
Yeah, I think the message for everyone is do what you're doing not for to get an MVP. Do it because you're enjoying it, because you have the passion to share with people. And if an MVP comes, then it's a extra bonus. And what's important is that you find ways to help yourself, to help the community, because sharing is caring, and it's not just a buzzword, but um, it's really fun to get feedbacks from people that said, "Wow, I was searching all around the internet. Only your YouTube was the one that you talked." Because you can have 10 people talk about the same topic, and each one will focus or find a different way of or solution for it. Um, so everyone can give the point of view and just continue. And that's my message to everyone. And hopefully, we will have a better world and community.
Yeah. It was a little bit the same story from my side. Do what you like and get energy from that and share knowledge within the IT community. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Amy, for all the interesting stuff you shared with us. And now, talk to you soon.
Yeah, goodbye.